Hello, I'm Phil Milani. Thank you for joining us for our Broncos Camp Daily Recap. For the first time in camp, the Broncos on Tuesday did some red zone work, and the defense took advantage of a condensed field. New cornerback A.J. Boye wrapped up practice with an interception, but he was quick to give credit to the Broncos wide receivers. Said going up against those guys every day in practice is going to make him better, and he even singled out rookies Jerry Jeudy and K.J. Hamler.
Being in the league for a while, I've seen a lot of rookie receivers come in and seem like they don't have it figured out. But you look at those two, you can tell that whether it's in the offseason, the coaching they had outside, they real polishing their routes, especially Jeudy. He never gives you the same look every time, and I'm just loving going against him because he's going to keep me true in my technique.
Boye said that Jeudy even reminds him of a young Amari Cooper. Let's bring in Aric DiLalla now. And Aric, we saw Boye have a late interception. What'd you see from this Broncos defense on Tuesday?
Yeah, Phil, I thought they were impressive. Like you mentioned, Boye had that interception there toward the end of practice, but several turnovers during the day. They were stout in the run defense. In the red zone, when things get tight down there, the defense looked good and made things difficult on Drew Lock. Now, we did see Drew move around a little bit, and the pass rush was much better than it had been the last few days, and Drew escaped out of the pocket a couple times. Vic Fangio said later that, that ability to get outside, make plays on the run, that brings another added dimension to this offense. And, Phil, it's certainly something he needed with as hard as Von Miller was rushing.
You mentioned Von Miller there. Heading into his 10th season, it seems like he's got this laser-locked focus, and even Vic Fangio has noticed the difference.
I think he had a good day today for the most part. Obviously, I haven't watched the tape yet, but I thought he did good, and I think Von's in good shape. He's a little heavier than he's been in the past, not drastically, but I think he's worked hard in the offseason to get his body where he wants to get it and where he feels it needs to be, and I think it's shown some dividends already on the practice field.
Let's bring in Sidney Jones now. And Sidney, we also heard Vic Fangio talk about this Broncos offensive line and new guard Graham Glasgow.
Yeah, Phil, Coach Fangio said in the media press conference today that some guys just need a good caddy on the field, and Graham Glasgow is that caddy to whoever's going to start at center. Glasgow just has more experience when it comes to the three starting centers, and he's going to be able to help whoever is next to him.
Yeah, and he also said that he's been impressed what he's seen from those three centers that have been rotating through: Austin Schlottman, Patrick Morris, and newcomer Lloyd Cushenberry. Sidney, we also heard Glasgow talk about what it's like to play for a guy like Mike Munchak.
Yeah, Phil, Glasgow said Mike Munchak has been awesome, and it has been great working with him. He said that he has a lot of techniques that he wants them to learn, and that he's being a great teacher.
Yeah, when you're playing for a Hall of Famer back there, you kind of just do whatever he says, and I think that's a smart approach there with Mike Munchak. But Glasgow said that on the field, things have been going great. At home, it's a little bit of a different story.
Don't really have a lot of furniture in my house. Thanks a lot, COVID. Things have taken a little bit longer than I would have liked. Don't have any couches. I have folding chairs in my living room, but other than that, things are going well.
So now Glasgow knows what it's like to live like Aric DiLalla. Boom, roasted. As we wrap up things here on this Tuesday, one injury update. Wide receiver Juwann Winfree continues to work his way back from a groin injury. He was able to participate in individual drills, but not in team period earlier today. All right, that's going to do it for this Broncos Camp Daily Recap. For Aric DiLalla and Sidney Jones, I'm Phil Milani.